Accent. Hello, lovely people. It's that time again. We are here today to be discussing issues, anything and everything that bothers you. Remember, this is an open floor, free-flowing platform. You don't have to be limiting yourself. Anything that is on your mind, anything that you feel that needs attention, anything that you would like us to address, feel free to get in touch so that we can go live and discuss any issues that you have. You can also comment on the sections while we are going along so that you can have questions or any queries or concerns so that we can see how we turn about and what is it that we can talk about. Remember, we are Love Life NGO. You can find us on all social network platforms. We are there on Facebook, Love Life NGO. We are there on Instagram, Love Life NGO. And you can also send a please call me to talk to one of our counselors by simply sending a please call me to 083-323-1023. And they will definitely get in touch with you so that they can give you the counseling and the psychosocial support that you need. Love Life purpose is still and remains to inform you as a young person, to equip you with information so that you can make well-informed choices. Remember, at the end of the day, if you are well-equipped with information, if you know exactly what is it that you need to expect, it will put you in a position where you can easily make decisions that are bound to be positive rather than those that might have a negative impact, especially concerning your future and your sexual reproductive health. We know sex is part of life. We know that as you grow up, you guys get to explore different things and different entities as far as sex is involved. So all that we want is that get knowledge, be well informed before you take a stand and trying to engage into sexual intercourse, so that whatever is it that comes after or the consequences that might follow through, you should be prepared and knowing that if I do A, B, C, and D, I'm definitely gonna get F, G, and H as a result. So remember, young person, this is your platform. We are here for you, with you, so that we can be able to talk about anything and every matter that is affecting you, anything that you feel that is of importance. We know there are different things, there are different topics, there are different thoughts. Bring that train of thoughts along with you. That's what we need. Remember, there are no wrong questions, no wrong answers, no wrong comments. Anything that you feel is of importance, definitely is this of importance, and this is why we have this platform, so that you can talk freely, you can engage, you can talk about anything that you feel that is there, and you can just be yourself. While we are on that, guys, please note that flu is in action. So pardon me, should I happen to be coughing or should I happen to be sneezing, just keep in mind that is it's here. No, relax, it's not COVID. I'm still negative with COVID. Yeah, no, even after a year late, I'm still negative. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. My apologies in advance should it happen that the voice might derail me a bit or I might cough. Please note that it's because of the flu. Yes, I have consulted a doctor in case you're wondering. So I'm on medication. So yeah, it shall be sorted soon. I shall be fine. Hopefully next week I'll be up and running. So while we are on it, today is International Nurses Day. To my understanding, is the day where we are supposed to be appreciating our nurses for all the good job that they are doing. We all know that all of us to be existing on this earth, one way or the other, there was a nurse that was involved. One way or another, there was a nurse who was there to help during the prenatal checkups, who was there throughout the pregnancies, who was there even during the delivery day. We know that there's no one who cannot be saying there was no nurse who helped. The nurse was there to help you guys to come on this earth. So it goes a long way for us to be able to know that we need to be appreciating our nurses for all the good job that they are doing. We know now that there is COVID and our nurses are still up and about. A year later, they are still working. A year later, they are still risking their own lives and that of their families to go to the hospitals and be able to attend those who have been infected with COVID and those who might be sick for other illnesses as well. Despite the pandemic, they are still doing their level best. We know that in some instances, there'll be people who will be complaining about nurses, especially like their attitude, how they are addressing people. Others might be saying they are rude. Others might be saying that they are inconsiderate of other people's feelings, especially patients. But it helps for you to just take a moment and put yourself in the shoes of this person who's waking up every day, 8 to 12 hours day shift, to go and face people who are struggling with different illnesses. It can be emotionally draining. Yes, we are not justifying and we are not excusing that in any way any nurse should be mistreating patients. No, that's not what we are saying. All that we are saying is that instead of us just harshly judging them, when it comes to their behavior and attitude. Let us try and walk a mile in their shoes and understand that being faced with people who have different illnesses, being faced with challenges every day, seeing other people losing their lives without you doing anything can also be very draining. Imagine you are watching people passing away day in and day out, and as much as you are equipped and trained to do something to save lives, unfortunately, there is nothing that you can even do. It is beyond your control. That can also be emotionally draining. So while we're trying and look at attitude, we should also be reflecting back to ourselves to say that it is very rarely for someone to give you attitude that is negative whilst you gave them a positive attitude. How you approach MS is definitely a determinant of how they are going to respond to you. If you are going to be rude, as much as we know professionalism must be upheld at all times, being human, there are times where you lose it as well. So for us to have a balance and a good working relationship so that it can be a well-oiled machine that can function effectively and efficiently, let us meet each other halfway. When you go to the clinic and you are looking for assistance or you're looking for help, remember, do not have a negative attitude. Yes, the nurse is there to serve you, but that doesn't give you the right for you to be giving them attitude. Because when they give the attitude back, that's when we will be complaining that the nurses are not treating us correctly. Yes, we know there are those nurses who are forever friendly, who are the most, even like to this day, when you think of them, you still smile. Like growing up, I know there were nurses there where I grew up. To this day, those nurses, yeah, some of them might have passed away because they might be old now. But bottom line is that the experiences that I've had with nurses made it very comfortable for me to be able to go and consult at the clinic. I was never afraid. Tonsils, they hit, I go there. Take my file, I go to the clinic. They will gladly assist you. So for me, it's a matter of understanding that people are not the same. We are different, and we all have push buttons that can actually lead to emotions exploding. So not everyone is full of attitude, especially when it comes to the nurse, or not everyone is able to allow themselves to be pushed over by us as patients. Others are able to keep their emotions intact. You can see that even when you are just observing, you can see that the other person is not being as friendly as they're supposed to be, or they are not being as professional as they're supposed to be. But you just allow yourself to say, you know what, this is my work. Some people are there because of passion. So when you are passionate about something, nothing will derail you. Nothing will make you turn off. So guys, if you have any nurse on your mind that you would like to send an appreciation to, remember you can request to go live with me so that we can be able to send that appreciation to the nurse to say that thank you for the wonderful job that you are doing and keep doing your best so that we can have a more healthier community and a more healthier population so that we cannot be having all these illnesses that can be treated, being left untreated simply because of the attitude. So you can also write your comments if there's any nurse that you have in mind that you would like to appreciate. Also, if you're a nurse and you would like to say a shout out to yourself and say, I'm still standing, I'm doing a wonderful job, I'm still here, that simply means I'm good. I'm good at what I do. Feel free to do so. You can also request to go live with me so that we can have a conversation and send a shout out to yourselves. Also, it will be quite helpful if we were to have a nurse or two who can be able to tell us about the challenges that they are facing and what led them actually to become nurses. What is it that motivated them to take that path of being a nurse? Because we know it's not easy. Having to be nursing the sickly back to health, it's not something that we can take lightly. However, remember that we are still here for you. Just because you're talking about nurses, it doesn't mean that is all that we'll be talking about today. Feel free to send any request that you might be having. If you feel that there's a topic that is bothering you, if you feel that there's something, man, that an itch that needs to be scratched, feel free to request to go live with me so that we can have a discussion about that. Also, you can add on what is it that is on your mind. What is it that you feel that should be discussed? What is important? Be it relationships, be it studying, be it HIV, be it STIs, anything that you have questions about, feel free to ask. Remember, when you're saying that it's a discussion platform, it doesn't mean that we need to be discussing or dissecting issues. We can also just have a question or a comment. If you have a question, you just ask the question, and that's fine. So you don't have to be feeling that you need to be having $1,000,000 facts so that we can have a discussion about it. Nope. It's just a platform where you raise anything that you feel that you need clarity on, or anything that you feel that somebody needs to be discussing. Then that's what we are here for. Remember, we are Love Life NGO. You will still finding us on all the social media platforms. We are there on Facebook, Love Life NGO. We are there on Instagram, Love Life NGO. So please DM us, send those inboxes. Any questions, comment, any suggestion that you have regarding the platform, what is it that you would like us to engage in future, feel free to do so. While we are editing, remember you can also send a please call me to 083-323-1023, and you'll have one of our counselors who's currently online. They are on standby so that they can have a fruitful discussion with you regarding anything that you might be needing psychosocial assistance with. That's why we are here. We are here for the young people, with the young people, and about the young people. Anything that is here, anything that concerns the young people, simply means that we need to be involved, because we are the advocates for the young people. We are the voice for the young people. We know all those issues that you might be having in mind that you are not talking about, those things that you're not comfortable talking about with your parents or your friends. That's what we are here for. So all that we need you to do is just be actively engaged. Inform us of anything that you would like us to talk about so that we can have that fruitful discussion. Once we can have that discussion, it will be much easier for us to be able to know what is it that we need to do and what is it that we need to be putting more effort on. Remember, we will never get tired. As I always say, as Love Life, we will never get tired of preaching. We will never get tired of empowering you as a young person with information, because that is what we believe in. We believe that an empowered young person with knowledge is a young person who is bound to make very constructive and positive decisions about their future. So regardless of whether you might be feeling that this is something that we do all the time, they're talking about sex all the time, they're talking about sexual reproductive health all the time, they're talking about using a condom all the time. Yes, and we are going to continue talking about sexual reproductive health until all the young people out there get and learn to be comfortable enough to talk about anything that they are going through, their experiences, be it through puberty, all the changes that they are experiencing, be it about their sexual experiences. Whether you are curious, you want to know what sex is all about, whether you are curious, you want to know why am I going on periods, whether you want to know why am I having this morning erection that is uncontrollable, that is what we are here for. To say that as a young person, we need to arm you. We need to ensure that your gun is loaded with information so that you can make wise decisions. Remember, guys, this is not my platform. This is your platform. And for this platform to be effective, we need you to be involved and actively engaged so that we can have proper and fruitful discussions. And you can be able to do so by requesting to go live with me. All you need to do is just send your request so that we can add you and we go live. And we talk about anything and everything that is on your mind. Remember, there is no right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong comment. Anything that you feel that is on your mind, that's what you need to be here for. Remember, when you request to go live, you need to be accepting the request as well from your side, because other people will be sending the request to go live. Once we add them to go live, then on their end, there is no acceptance. So when you request to go live, please keep in mind that you also need to be accepting and ensuring that your network is proper, and ensuring that you are in a position where your network can be a little bit more effective. Because we all know network technology has its own challenges. Sometimes you might be thinking you're on track, only to find that you are actually on side track. So please do check, ensure that you check your settings, your video settings are on, your camera, all those things, your network is proper running, so that we can have a discussion. Also, feel free to send the comments that you have in mind. If you feel that you are shy and not brave enough to actually go live with me, you can send your comment as well. We will also read your comment so that we can know what is on your mind, because that is the most important thing. We need to know, as a young person, where is your mind at? What are you thinking about? As a young person, what is it that is going on in your head right now? Where is your head space located at the moment? What are things or what are issues that you feel that we need to be addressing? As a young person, what is it that is on your mind? As a young person, like, well, what is it, so that we can be able to be going on the same path together. Remember, you cannot leave us behind, because if you leave your advocates behind, who's going to be advocating for you as a young person? And the only way for us to know where your mind is, or the only way for us to know what is on your mind and what is important to you at the moment, is for you to inform us. And how do you do that? You do that by simply requesting to go live or you do that by DMing us on Instagram. You can also send your inboxes on Facebook, Love Life NGO. You can also send a please call me and talk to your counselor. Remember, everything doesn't have to be on this platform. But the most important part about this platform is that you get to be you. You see, you get to be famous. People know that that person here was live on Love Life, live Facebook chat with Miss B. Okay, guys, as we continue looking, we are still waiting for those live requests. Like, even when I have flu, like, look guys, halingfilele, like halingzwele bafethu, halingzwele hore uthi ke flu. She can't be talking alone. I know I do talking for a living. I know my career means I need to be 702. But guys, like, today can I talk less and allow you to just run with the platform and talk as much as you want? Okay, guys, while you are still waiting for those requests, remember, all you need to do is just request to go live. Then we can be able to go live and you can say whatever that is on your mind. You can be able to talk about anything or any issue that is concerning or that is pressing to you. Remember, there is no problem that is any little. Do not ever underestimate the power of the challenge that you are facing by trying to compare it with others and thinking that your problem is not important. No. Every problem that you are having is important. Whether you are in a relationship and your partner is cheating on you, whether you are in a relationship and you find out your partner impregnated somebody else, whether you're in a relationship and you just found out that actually that child that I thought my partner is carrying is not mine, that is still a challenge. So all that I want you guys to constantly remember is that this platform is about you, for you, and with you. If you are not here, if you are not actively engaged on this platform, then this platform is redundant. It is not serving its purpose. The whole idea is for you guys to be here so that we can actively engage about any issue that we have, so we can have a discussion. So this is more like, let's chat about it. Anything that is on your mind, let us just talk. Do not hold back. So guys, please keep sending those requests to go live so that you can go live with me about anything that is on your mind. Remember what I said earlier is International Nurses Day today. So if there's that particular nurse that you would like to send a shout out to, feel free to do so. Is that particular nurse that you would like to send an appreciation to, do so. And if you're a nurse as well and you'd like to say, holla to myself, I'm proud of my job, I'm still standing, and yeah, holla, let's keep safe, do so. If you're a nurse, then you would like to encourage the young people out there on how to keep taking care of themselves to ensure that they become more relevant, they become healthier, so that their future can be more sustained, feel free to do so as a nurse, to give encouragement and motivation as to what do young people need to be on the lookout for, especially when it comes to their health, and taking the responsibility as well. We all know that your health is your responsibility, and unless you reach out and go to the clinic and say, nurse, I have pain, nurse, I've got a discharge that is smelling, nurse, I've got pimples on my vagina, the nurse cannot be able to help you. So you need to take the responsibility of saying, this is my health, I'm observing changes that I'm not comfortable with, and therefore I need to ensure that I go to the clinic or the health facility and request for assistance. And whilst you are requesting assistance, remember guys, if you're not being honest, there's no guarantee that anything or the kind of assistance or help that you'll get is bound to be genuine. If you've got period pains and you go to the clinic and say, I've got stomach cramps, chances are they'll give you Panadol for the cramps, or they will tell you to drink castor oil, or they'll give you castor oil because you said you have stomach cramps. You didn't say, I have period pains. But when you say you have period pains, then they will know there's a different set of medication that they need to give you. So you always need to be honest and always need to be as open as possible when it comes to looking for help. Because once you don't do that, then you might not be getting the relevant help. So guys, please send those requests to go live. We are still here so that we can go live and have the discussion. Just try being considerate today. Can you be nurses? I mean, it's International Nurses Day. Can you guys just try to be kind enough to be my nurses today? My nurses and doctors, please. Sister Abudi, sisters, can you please just try and be considerate today and ensure that you guys come and request and go live so that you can be the ones who are running the conversations, so that you guys can go and free flow with the conversation, so that I don't talk too much, because My throat is now complaining. So guys, remember we are here for you, with you, and about you. This platform is about you. Okay, somebody asked last week, I got a couple of requests about people wanting to talk about cheating and open relationships.
Hi.
Oh, okay, finally somebody decided to be my nurse. Okay, hello Debucho.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm alright. I go body sentle ke ke le brain tsaka ke tsebo le bona sentle.
So you want to act all intelligent for already the brain?
I am. I am. I am. I am.
Okay,
How are
excuse
you?
me. I'm good, thanks, Tebo. How are you?
I'm alright. Thank you.
I'm very good.
I'm alright.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming to my aid, man. Thanks for coming through. Hey, this talking alone. Yeah, no.
Hey,
So what's
in
on your mind?
fairness,
It's
no,
very
not so
bad.
much. Actually, I'm listening to what you were saying, and in my mind, Kitabaya, the recent participant that I came across with Go Y Center. I'm based
Mm,
at the Y Center here in Orange Farm currently.
mm,
So, she suspects that she might be pregnant and she tested the ones that they buy ko pharmacy,
mm,
and utsaba like ha tsebe hore a bue jwang ko ntlong ko ga bone and all that wa bona.
mm,
So yeah, in a nutshell, ke tryile hore ke mo advise the way how I can, and so that it can be a bit easier for yena as well. One of the suggestion was maybe angole letter ke itla samsamelo wa mama, you know, amo bolelle gore o iragalang, because batswadi ba gagwe like o dula le mme fela wa bona. So motswadi wa
mm,
gagwe ke somebody or strict in a way.
okay.
So
Mm,
you talking about anything that we might come up with, and I'm thinking to myself,
mm,
well, like, actually, maybe you can help me. It's unfortunate that I'm not next to her; she's not around here. But
mm, mm.
chances are somewhere somehow, because this is recorded, of course. Agabo na gore, what is the response? How can you help and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, ne.
So
Ako,
problem ya
bereka
gagwe
ka
could
mathata a
deliver.
motlakase.
Hey,
Ai,
wait,
wa
but
go
anyway,
fisa mathata a
I did refer
motlakase.
to the
Like,
person.
we're not facing COVID. We're not facing serious life problems. Okay,
Re
the
bereka ko Y
reality
Center
is
le
that
bona bana bana.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wabo, this is why you are here. Fella, you are an advocate for the young people. If you are not there, this young person wouldn't have someone to confide in, Wabo. So yeah, you were there at the
Exactly.
right place at the right time for Rutus. Okay, the reality
Yes.
is that it is never easy for any child to be open about them being pregnant, especially at an early
Mm.
age if they are still studying to their parents. Because we all know that parents have expectations. Through conversations, okay, mama is expecting you to achieve A, B, C, and D. Mama is seeing your
Mm.
future as be and bright and beautiful, successful, and all. So other parents still believe that once you fall pregnant, it's a derail. Others, they might still seriously believe that once you fall pregnant, it simply means you don't have a future, you're just going to be useless. We know all those harsh words that parents might say at times,
Mm.
and that's what contributes to open up to their parents. But the reality is that, unfortunately, ngwana ha tshwane le hangover, ha tshwane le babalazi. Babalazi, you can do your level best to hide it and you can get away with it until a bit
Mm.
of your system
Mm.
and go back to normal without them finding out. Unfortunately, Mwana, this is somebody, this is a human being. This is a person who is
Mm.
growing. One way or the other, 9 months will come. And this child is going to have to come to the earth. So it's very
Mm.
challenging for one. I like the suggestions to get a letter or write an SMS anywhere who feel comfortable. But I would also suggest as well, remember in families, there's always that one person that you are most comfortable talking to. Be it ke chomi ya mama,
Mm.
be it ke someone o leng hore maybe ke mmangwane o close le mama, but a check anyone o leng hore o comfortable and o close enough le yena, so that they can be able to open up to that person e be yena leng hore o mmuelela ko mama, or that person am accompanying. It is very important hore re ska ra ignore the fact ya hore emotions are controllable. We cannot predict hore mama o tlo reacta yang when she finds this news. Okay, so it will help if there is always a third person who's gonna be an intervener when such news get broken go mama. Okay? So if maybe there's a best friend ya mama eating, akabua the best friend ya mama atamailene, ha bolela mama the best friend e be in presence. The best friend, yes, aka se kgone go change a situation, aka se kgone go change the way mama ilo reactang ka teng, but at the end of the day, o tla
Mm.
kgona just to help her keep calm. I'm monitoring whether this is something that is disappointing you, whether you are hurt, whether you are angry, but at the end of the day, how and you need to be as supportive as you possibly can. So in such instances, it is very, 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 very crucial for re encourage or somebody else. Because if Abu Ali Mama Bali too, we don't know her the emotions that Mama Ditore. What if Mama get that angry to a point that her over violent or something, then it develop another problem on top of the problem. Okay? So the most important part when you engage now, first find out who anyone or trust enough so that the person can be present. And while you are at it as well, what we know sometimes in situations we cannot predict, okay? But we know a mother. If you know your mother and your personality, you know her chances are when did you start having sex? Didn't you know how you are supposed to use a condom? Who's that boy? Where is that boy that you slept with? So it will be helpful for you as much as they might be uncomfortable questions, but she needs to go through those questions so that by the time you have that person or the answers. Okay? Because it doesn't help. Imagine, Mama, we are here to inform you are not pregnant. Okay, who made you pregnant? I don't know. How far along are you? I don't know. On top, like already you just threw a bomb, emotions are running high, you are not even helping. Provide at least information for some sort of comfort. Yes, it won't take away the fact that you're pregnant at a young age, but the fact that at least you know who made you pregnant, at least we know or from here who's supposed to be a support structure, who are we engaging to ensure the responsibility how we carry only one, that will also be helpful. So please Tebo, also encourage the young person to send a please call me and speak to one of the counselors, because on her as well we can never ever underestimate the emotional burden that is having Goyena. As much as she might be concerned about Mama right now, but she also needs to be aware of her own changes as well. Being a teenage mom is not easy. She still has challenges that she has to face as well. She still need to be having that motivation. She must not give up on her future. She shouldn't give up on herself. She still needs to know her adjustments need to be done. Being a parent comes with a lot of cost, unfortunately. Emotionally, physically, it's draining. But if you know this is something that you need to be well prepared for, and you have someone who guide her emotionally and who encourage her, then she should know that it's not the end of the world for her. And
no, true. Sorry?
Thank you for doing a good job, hey?
Ke mmereko wa rona mo fielding re tla reng.
Yeah,
Ke mmereko wa rona.
Keep engaging these young people. Keep engaging them so that by they are not alone. There's always someone out there who's willing to listen and be supportive. Go on.
Thank you so much. You've said a mouthful, eh?
Hey, man, I can't know this job. What hard, man? 702. Just like 10 times, it's just like it's already full. So my throat is saying.
Oh, yoba, aski sufole. Thank you so much, ne?
No, thank you, Tebu. Have a lovely day. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Okay, guys, if you've seen Tebu went live with me, there's nothing stopping you from doing the same. So you can also feel free to go live. Send that request so that we can go live and have a discussion on anything that is on your mind. Before we went live with Tebu, we were talking about the suggestion that was made about cheating and open relationships, as to what is cheating and what are open relationships. Okay, we all know that cheating is when your partner is having an affair with someone else behind your back. That is cheating. The fact that you are in a committed relationship with somebody else and you still go and get involved with the other third person, that is cheating. How is then cheating different from open relationships? Open relationships are more of an agreement or an arrangement. When you're talking about an open relationship, it simply means both partners become aware of what is happening. Both partners agree that you can go and still be with other people, be it sexually, be it emotionally, as long as you are open and clear about it. It simply means you need to be transparent. That's what distinguishes cheating from open relationships. Open relationship is you saying, baby, I have realized that I'm attracted to A, B, C, and D. And whilst I'm attracted to that person, I also want to be loyal to you. I don't want to break your heart. I don't want to do anything behind your back. So what does it mean? Would you be open-minded enough to allow me or us to be in an open relationship where you can date if there's somebody else that you're attracted to, be it just for sex, be it for emotional or relationship issues, someone that you can confide in. Are you comfortable enough for us to be seeing other people while we are still in a relationship? So this is how the structure is of an open relationship. That simply means it's partner A and B who are in a relationship. They are dating. They are committed to each other. Then A has somebody else that he's dating, and B also has somebody else that she's dating on the side. So it simply means A knows about B's other partner as much as B knows about A's other partner. So it is not a secret. That is the only thing that distinguishes being in an open relationship and cheating. When you are cheating, it becomes a secret. Remember the admin that is involved with cheating. We know when you are cheating. You need to ensure that that person doesn't call at certain times. You need to ensure that you clear your text. You need to ensure there's a lot of admin that is involved with cheating, because everything that you are doing, should your partner find about it, it simply means it might be the end of your relationship because you would have broken their trust. So in an open relationship, you simply trust your partner enough to know that they are with somebody else besides you. You trust them enough to know that you're not the only one. You trust them enough to know that they have someone who is a confidant, who they find comfort being with besides you. Does it mean that it is safer than cheating? It doesn't. Remember, when you are with somebody else or when you are cheating, it simply means everything that you are doing with that person has to be under carpet. You have to keep it wrapped up. You have to ensure that at all times, nobody ever finds out about you being with this other person. And that simply means we know the risk involved. When you are cheating, chances are you might not be using a condom. Let's say you are using a condom. What happens when the condom busts? How do you approach your partner and tell them that I cheated with so and the condom burst, and now I'm having this discharge that is not familiar, or I'm having this rash? It's not easy to do that. The same goes with an open relationship. As much as it might be an open discussion platform, as much as it might be an arrangement that allows you to be free with your partner about anything that you are encountering, about or anything that you are coming across, it doesn't mean that there are no risks involved. Because should it happen that that other partner that you are having on the side is having another partner as well, and that other partner might have been infected with another illnesses, what are the odds of them being honest with you about what happened? The odds are still less. They working for me or not. Remember, when your partner tells you that they want to be in an open relationship, it shouldn't even be an informed session. It should be a discussion. Somebody should be telling you, this is what I consider doing. How do you feel about it? If you both agree to that, remember, you cannot come back tomorrow and want to blame anyone, because you made a conscious decision and a conscious choice to involve other people in your relationship. And if that is the case, if we are talking about that, what does it mean? Let's go back to the basis of being in a relationship. What was your motivation for being in a relationship with this person in the first place? If you will be comfortable, if you will not be bothered, if you won't be hurt, if you won't be disturbed at the thought of them being sexually involved with somebody else besides you, what was the foundation of the relationship? Are you guys there because you want commitment and you want to be loyal and faithful to each other? Or are you guys together simply because you enjoy the thought of you two being seen as a couple? Once you get to look at the main motivation, once you get to look at what is it that encourages you to be in a relationship, you will know that not everyone will be able or be comfortable to manage an open relationship. Like they always say, different strokes for different folks. What works for you might not work for me. What might be comfortable with the other person might definitely bring discomfort to the other person. So when you talk about such, it is always important to keep in mind that when you want to suggest things like your open relationships, it might actually be the end of your relationship, because somebody else, the other person, might not be able to accommodate it or even stomach it for the longest time. Or what happens when you both catch feelings with your extra side people? What happens then? It simply means whatever it is that you had with the original partner is no longer there, because now the focus will be on the side person and you will feel neglected. So before you start and say that you want to do certain things, especially when it comes to an open relationship, remember, anything that has to do with relationships and involve three people is bound to have challenges. Number one, how certain are you that your partner will always use protection with the other partner? Remember, you can only be responsible for your own health. When you are with your partner, you can ensure that protection is used at all times to ensure that you don't get infected by any STI or even fall pregnant without being ready or prepared for it. But what guarantee do you have that when your partner leaves you and go to be with the other side person, they actually use protection? Remember, as much as condoms are there and they are 99.9% safe, they are not 100% safe. What happens when the condom breaks and only to find that your partner is not using protection with the other partner? Then what? You're also putting yourself at health risk. So keep in mind that before you see the trend and just decide to jump and follow the train of the trend, you must always ask yourself, what are the disadvantages of this decision that you want to do? And what are the odds of it working? We know when you grow up experimenting, but experimenting all these things at the sake or to put yourself at the risk is not fair. Your health, your responsibility, your priority. You have information, you have knowledge, you need to make decisions that are going to be in your best interest. You need to make decisions that are going to safeguard you and nobody else. So keep in mind, guys, that when you talk about open relationships, it might sound fancy and doable, but in practicality, it might not work for everyone else. Same goes with cheating. When you're cheating on your partner, remember the risk involved. Should your partner find out, they might leave you. And when they leave you, you have nobody else to blame but yourself. So before you make a conscious decision of involving the third party in your relationship, keep in mind that there might be consequences that are very unpleasant coming your way. Remember, guys, we are Love Life NGO. You can find us on all social media platforms. We are there on Facebook, Love Life NGO. We are there on Instagram, Love Life NGO. You can DM us. You can send us the request. You can send us any questions or inboxes. We also have Sipo Lamini has been requesting to go live. But Sipo, we are adding you, and unfortunately, I don't know what's happening. Sipo, you are not accepting the request on your side because it keeps saying that request not accepted. So Sipo, we are busy here adding you, Sipo. We can receive your request that you want to go live, Sipo Dlamini. But then again, the connection, like now, Sipo said the connection is failing. So Sipo, if possible, can you try and move a bit? Can you try and check for proper or better network so that we can try and connect with you? Remember, guys, for you to be able to go live, all you need to do is just send that request to go live so that you can go live with me and we talk about anything and everything that is on your mind so that you can have a fruitful discussion. This platform is for you, with you, and about you. Guys, if I'm talking alone, like the platform is about me and not you. So please make use of the platform. Make sure that you send that request to go live with me. Send those inboxes, send those DMs, any questions, any comments that you have is on your mind that we can be able to talk about. Remember, anything that is on your mind goes. This is a psychosocial support platform where we want to be able to freely engage you as a young person, to say anything that is on your mind, anything that you feel that is of importance and needs to be addressed is what needs to be taking place here. Do not second guess yourself. Do not overthink the questions or the comments that you have. Anything that is on your mind, let's talk about it. Let's check about it. Let's just dissect it. Remember, if you don't talk about anything, you will never have knowledge. And knowledge is power. Like I always say that as Love Life, we are advocates for young people and we will never get tired of preaching. Hey, you guys will forever preach information to you because we strongly believe that as a young person, if you are well informed, if you have this weapon called knowledge, you stand a better chance of making decisions that are fruitful and positive about your future. We do not want you as a young person to find yourself in situations that are very uncomfortable due to you not having proper information. Hence, we say with information, we will forever keep loading the weapon that you have with information to ensure that when you go against this war called life, you know exactly what is it that you need to expect and how do you then make decisions that are bound to benefit you positively instead of negatively. Because we all know challenges are there. We know that life is full of its own challenges. We know that life has its own roundabouts. We can never have a manual that is straight cut for life and how to deal with issues that we meet on a day-to-day basis. However, you can always get information as to how do you better prepare yourself so that you can be able to attack all these issues. So remember, guys, for us to have this fruitful discussion is for you to be able to engage with us. When you engage, you can send your DMs on Instagram, Love Life NGO. You can also inbox us. Remember, you can send your inbox, Love Life NGO. Any questions, any comments, any suggestions about any topic that is on your mind, that is what we're here for. Anything that you feel that needs attention, anything that you feel that needs discussion, that's what we are here for. We are here for you, with you, and about you. But if you guys are not here, now I'm talking alone. You guys are making this platform about me, and I don't want to share alone, guys. Come on, like, can you send those live requests? Sipo Tlamini, can you send the live request again? Because we can see your live requests keep popping up. But unfortunately, the more we add you, the more the request doesn't get accepted. Stop rejecting the request, Sipo. Just accept so that we can chat. How, guys? Can't tell in Sabang. Like seriously, I know I talk too much, but it's okay. I get if you come, then I keep quiet so that you can talk too much too. How, guys? Come on, let's shine together. This is our shine. And how are you guys, mad? Come so that we can shine together on this platform. So lovely people, keep in mind that that's what we are here for. We are here for you as a young person. Anything that is on your mind, anything that is bothering you, I will never, ever, ever emphasize enough the importance of you not underestimating the problem that you have. Anything that is worrying you enough for you to have a headache, anything that is of concern enough for you to have sleepless nights, anything that irritates you to a point where you are not yourself, you cannot go about your daily duties as expected because there's this thing that is on your mind, is enough for you to see there's a concern. And once you have anything that is not comfortable, anything that is not settling with you, that's why you need to be reaching out to us. You can reach us by talking to one of our counselors simply by sending a please call me to 083 323 1023, and definitely one of the counselors will get back to you and have a fruitful discussion with you. Remember, your problem is our problem, and the only way for us to be able to assist you, or the only way for us to guarantee that we can provide you with the psychosocial support that you need, is for you to reach out. If you don't reach out, then we are not able to help you. If you don't reach out, unfortunately, our hands are tied. We cannot be able to know what is it that is going on and how do you best support. So as a young person, I urge you to take that first step. Just reach out. Be it through inbox, send your inbox on Love Life NGO. Be it through Miss B Facebook page, drop whatever is it that is on your mind. Be it through Miss B emails, send what is on your mind. Be it through Instagram, just DM whatever is it that is on your mind. Or better yet, you can just send a please call me. Remember what I said, when you send a please call me, you can also choose to be anonymous. It is not a must for you to disclose who you are. You can just talk about the issue that you are facing and we'll be able to help you. Send that please call me to 083 323 1023, and our counselors will definitely be engaging with you. Okay, guys, it's clear that I'm talking alone today, as always. As you guys might are not considering it, like buffet to flu in my throat, and you guys just want me to talk alone. Hey, like what happened to International Nurses Day? Like what happened to caring? What happened to support? Okay, guys, like we always say that this platform is about you. So you don't need to be second guessing yourself, or you don't need to be wondering what is it that you need to say or what is it that you don't need to say. The live request, when you send the live request, please guys, let's try and check our network, because in most instances, network becomes a challenge. You might be sending to go live, and unfortunately, then the network on your side doesn't connect. So please ensure that you are in a position that is more network friendly. We know that network at some point in different areas or different places might be challenging, but try and check that you are in a position that allows you to be more effective and more productive so that you can have those chats. Okay, guys, as we always say, as always, I spoke alone. Yeah, no, you guys are not fair. Okay, guys, keep those inboxes coming. Keep those comments, those questions, those queries coming through, so that we can be able to know, as a young person, where's your mind at? What are you thinking about? What is it that you would like us to engage about, so that we can have fruitful discussions? Remember, this platform is for you, about you, and with you. If you are not here, it simply means the platform is not working. So, young people, I urge you out there, please make sure that you reach out. And while during the conversation, should you feel that there's that edge that you want to go live with me, feel free to do so. You can just send that request to go live, then we go live and we talk about anything and everything that is on your mind. Also, keep in mind, guys, that you can send the suggestions for topics via your inbox. Love Life NGO. You can inbox what is it that you would like us to attend. You can inbox anything that you feel that should be a topic of discussion or something that is of concern to you, so that we can be able to reach out. Remember, we are there on all those social media platforms, Love Life NGO on Instagram and on Facebook. And you can also find us by reaching our contact center through sending a please call me number, which is 083 323 1023. And we will definitely be there to help you and assist you. Remember, Love Life Advocates for Young People, we will forever and ever continue preaching knowledge, because we believe that education is key. If you are empowered with knowledge as a young person, you stand a better choice and better opportunities of making decisions that are most fruitful and productive. Okay, guys, let's hope that next week will be a better one. Let's hope that you guys won't have a cold feet on going live with me again next week. Let's hope next week we'll have people who will be willing to engage so that we can have a fruitful discussion. And at the end of the day, remember, as a young person, this is your life. Take responsibility. Your emotional well-being matters as well. So do not ever underestimate the impact that your emotional well-being has on you. We are here for you as Love Life. We are here to support you, and we will always be here for you as a young person. So keep well, keep safe. Remember, take the precautions. COVID-19 is still a reality. It's still out there. So please, guys, take care of yourselves. And remember, we shall meet again, same time, same place, next week, Wednesday, 1:30 here on Facebook Live. See you then, guys. With that being said, have a lovely day. Let me go take care of this flu. Ciao, ciao.